Guys, welcome back. So today we're heading out of the grow room and we're doing a bit of a field trip today to a new nursery that I've never been to before. Now, when I did my video on how to start herbs for your own tea garden, which was about 2 videos ago, a couple of you commented that there was one nursery that I needed to check out if I really wanted to expand on my tea garden. Today we're going to be heading out of the house and checking out that nursery, so stick around as we head outside. If you're new here, hi guys, my name is Marcia and I'm the Blackthumbgardener and I live in Ontario, Canada, Zone 5B, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'd love for you to subscribe, and if you're returning, welcome back and thank you so much for supporting my channel. Now let's get out of here. Before we leave, I need to figure out where I'm going. I don't know how I didn't know about this place. It's so crazy because I think I've been to every garden center in my area and then somebody recommends something new and there we go. So let me see. Just need to figure out the directions. Today I'm in my husband's car, so he doesn't have the navigation, so I need to figure it out in advance or I'm going to get lost. I don't know, guys. Let's see how this goes. Okay, guys, I finally made it. This place is dangerous. Oh my gosh, I need to get a cart because I think I'm gonna do some damage to my wallet. Look at all the seedlings. This is just, oh my gosh, so much. I need to see everything here, guys. Thank you so much for recommending this place. We are in Goodwood, Ontario. This is in the Durham region, so it's about 30 minutes from my house, but oh my goodness. So I'm gonna start off with looking at all of the herbs, then I'm gonna pick up some seeds. You know, there were this many rosemary plants. We have Blue Boy rosemary, Blue Rain rosemary,
Foxtail rosemary, Golden Rain rosemary, Gorizia rosemary, Hill Hardy rosemary, Huntington carpet rosemary, Majorca rosemary, pink.
Guys, the list goes on and on. I did not know there were this many rosemary varieties. I think with the sage, there's Greek sage and then there's golden sage. I think this is the variety I grew last year. And then one of my favorites, it's the purple sage. And look at the leaves. And then they have this tricolor sage, which I think this is actually the one I grew last year, the tricolor variety. We have some sage. This is variegated sage. It looks gorgeous. And then white Dalmatian sage, big pink sage, cardinal sage. Look, there's honey melon sage, and this one looks very interesting, hummingbird sage. Guys, I'm kind of feeling like, what's the point in starting the seeds when I can just buy a whole bunch of starts here? This is incredible. Holy smokes, chocolate mint geranium and cinnamon geranium. I've never heard of these varieties before. Look at this. This one is chocolate mint. Wow. And then this one is cinnamon geranium. I've never heard of these varieties before. They have a whole section of geraniums here, like all the way from over there to all the way down there. What? Nutmeg geranium and Old Spice geranium. Like, why buy Old Spice when you can grow your own? Oh my gosh, look at this. They're so cute. Look at the flowers. They have a whole greenhouse section back there. It's just full of starts. I think I'm gonna go check out the seeds first because I did come here to get seeds. Even though the starts are very tempting, I might come back and pick up a few starts, but right now I'm here for seeds, so let's go check those out. What is that? Very red clover. This is really good for tea. I don't know. English daisy. Ooh, chocolate scented daisy. Oh my gosh, I might have to get that. Cupid's dart. Okay. Coffee chicory. Oh my gosh, so much stuff here. Lace flower, French long lavender, Spanish eyes. Okay, I'm gonna get some eucalyptus. We have eucalyptus, honey eucalyptus, lemon eucalyptus, peppermint eucalyptus. Oh, I might try peppermint eucalyptus and maybe lemon eucalyptus. Now the pricing here, this is BB, so it's $4.75, and then the peppermint eucalyptus is a D, so it's $5.75. Just gonna put it in my cart. Mouse ear hawkweed, heart's ease, heart seed. Maybe this one is good for your heart, who knows? I don't even know. Licorice, loofah. I think I have some loofah seeds. Oh my gosh, I am just overwhelmed here. Oh look, Balkan mint, menthol mint, mountain mint. Menthol mint looks interesting. This one is a triple A, so it is $3.75. Maybe I'll add this one to the cart. This one looks interesting. Pineapple flowers. I don't even know what these are. Chinese plantain. Ooh. Passion fruit. Like, is this like the real passion fruit? Seeds are dormant. Okay, so I'm back here and I'm gonna get a couple of starts because they don't have some of the ones I'm looking for. So I'm gonna grab, I think maybe some pineapple sage. I'm gonna grab a really good one here. Yeah. Where is the mint? What am I looking for? Look at this, guys. There's ginger mint. Did you know that there was a mint that had ginger flavor? But it doesn't look like anything's happening right now. So I'll come back for that another time. I'm gonna grab some Jamaican mint just because. Berries and cream mint. Can you tell that I'm overwhelmed? But I came here for, oh my gosh, sweet pear mint. I'm not here for that. So I'm here for some apple mint. So I'm gonna grab some apple mint. Trying to think, what else do I want? Egyptian onion, look at that. They already have seedlings ready. I'm back home now, and before I share my haul, I did want to give a shout out to those who commented about Richters. It was a fantastic experience, so thank you so much for recommending them. I'll definitely be doing another trip to them in the spring. I'm going to show you my seed haul and my plant haul because I did buy seeds and plants. And then we're going to head down into the grow room to mix up some potting mix because we need to do a ton of winter sowing before the snowstorm hits tomorrow. Yes, another snowstorm. It's 6 degrees Celsius right now outside and it feels like spring. I want to be able to put the bottles outside before the bad weather hits. So the first thing I'm going to share is the catalog because guys, I need to do my research and spend some time reading this catalog because there were so many seeds there that I didn't even know what they were, what they looked like, how they bloomed, nothing at all. So I need to spend some time doing some homework and then maybe do another trip later on in the spring because there was so much there. And they had these different sections in their plant area, which had like stress relief, healing, things like that. They were medicinal herbs effectively. So I need to spend some time researching and then doing another trip because This was way more than I expected, and I'm really happy that there's something nearby that I can go to build out my tea garden. On that note, let's go to the plants. So when I went there, I was really looking for some various mint varieties like the apple orange mint because I wanted to grow them from seed. And I realized that when I was asking for those seeds that they actually don't sell those specific varieties because they won't grow true to the variety that you're looking for. So they do a lot of their starts from cuttings. So this one is apple mint. Doesn't really smell like anything right now, but when you brew it, you can definitely like taste the flavor. And then I have some Jamaican mint because I just couldn't help myself, of course. And then I picked up some pineapple sage. God, there were so many sage varieties there. Again, I was so overwhelmed. I wanted it all. I wanted every single variety, and obviously I don't have a big enough garden to put in every single variety I want. So I just picked up some pineapple sage because I thought this was interesting. I don't smell pineapple. It smells like sage. Oh, hold on. Oh, a little hint of pineapple, but this smells more like sage than anything else. And then I also picked up some Blue Rain rosemary. Again, they had tons of rosemary varieties there. I picked this one up because it was a staff pick, and this is supposed to be a trailer, so you can put it in a hanging basket and it can hang down. I'm gonna put this on put this in one of the planters on my wall and let it trail down through the season. This one is very interesting. And then last but not least, I have a fun one. This one is berries and cream mint. Now they did have pineapple and orange mint, but I didn't pick up those varieties. I figured I can get them later on. I really don't want to pack my grow room with a lot of things, but I thought this one was very fun. It doesn't smell like anything, just smells like regular mint, but again, I thought this one was fun. So let's go through the seeds that I picked up. And I didn't pick up a ton of seeds just because, again, they had so much there and I didn't know a lot of the varieties, what they were. So again, I need to do some research in that seed catalog. So the first thing I picked up was stevia, and I have two different varieties of stevia. So I just have regular stevia here. And then I also picked up candy stevia because why not? Now, I didn't realize that stevia, they were keeping their stevia in the refrigerator as well as a bunch of other seeds. And usually I don't keep my stevia in the refrigerator. I just keep it with the rest of my seeds. And I thought this one was interesting. So I'm going to put this one in the refrigerator before we go down to the grow room. We're going to be starting stevia soon because I actually did a batch of stevia through soil blocking. That hasn't come up yet, and I'm worried about germination. So that's why I picked up another pack, and I'm going to try both of these. Apparently, candy stevia is supposed to be sweeter than regular stevia. So we'll see how that grows. I'm going to be growing both this season. And if you've grown candy stevia, let me know in the comments. Is it sweeter than regular stevia? The other seeds that I picked up, again, I didn't pick up a lot, but I was kind of interested in some of the varieties of things I did know about, which was eucalyptus. So I picked up peppermint eucalyptus, never grown this before. I did start some eucalyptus seeds. My seeds were from 2024, and I've only seen one cell pop up out of 4. So I reseeded that this week, but I'm going to start some peppermint eucalyptus. And if you are starting this should be started within 10 to 12 weeks because eucalyptus takes a long time to grow. So if you are growing a eucalyptus, you need to start them now this month, or else you're kind of, behind in terms of the window to grow them. And then I'm also going to be starting lemon eucalyptus. Guys, I had no idea there was such a thing as peppermint and lemon eucalyptus. No idea how they smell either. I'm assuming like peppermint and lemon. So thought that would be very interesting. I don't know what it looks like. So again, I need to do more research on these. And then the last one that I picked up, again, I've already started a lot of my mint. I thought this one was interesting. This is menthol mint, you know, like menthol, the gum. So this is menthol mint. I thought this one was interesting too, so I picked it up, and these are all the seeds that I picked up so far. I definitely will be doing another trip. They had a lot of herbs that I already had, like anise hyssop. They had a lot of different basil varieties, like cinnamon basil, Thai basil, etc. Again, I just need to do some more research, and then I'll probably be making another trip to Richters in the spring to pick up some more seeds. And that's it. That's my haul. Now, should I have picked up more seeds? No. No, guys, I told you I'm already over budget, but I just had to try them. I feel like, you know, it's a great opportunity to try something new, and then we'll see how it grows. All right, so let's head down to the grow room. Okay, so we're going to be doing some winter sowing today. So we have to figure out what we're going to be winter sowing today, and also we need to mix up some potting mix. So before we get started on winter sowing, I thought it'd be cool to share my seed collection. Now, not the seeds that are inside, but what's housing them. And I have these photo boxes that I picked up from Marshall's. I have about 3 of them. And this is really good because you can just carry it around any location and all your seeds are contained. There are individual pockets that you can label and house specific varieties. And sometimes I'll just take the varieties that I need, put it in a basket, and bring it to the garden and direct sow as needed. I love this storage system. Now, the only issue I have is that I have it in my basement near my grow lights. And that's not a great place to store your seeds. You want to store your seeds in a dark environment. Now, when I first started growing, I had one of these containers, and this is great actually to store your seeds because it's completely contained, but it was not big enough to house my growing seed collection. So I had to transition to something that was bigger and was more organized as well. So this is what I store my seeds in. Now I need to check my garden planner because I need to figure out what I'm winter sowing today. And if you haven't seen my garden planner, I'll add a link for it in the description below. I have my selection. This is what I'm going to be starting today. Some Janet Scott sweet peas. Grew this last year. Gorgeous. We're also going to be doing some midnight sweet peas. Grew this last year as well. Fantastic. We're going to be doing some more Dalmatian peach foxgloves. Now we've already winter sown these, but I'm just going to do some more. We're going to do some fragrant dianthus. This one is lace perfume. This is cold hardy, so I think this one will do well. We're also going to be back with some bachelor's buttons. You guys know I love this, especially for teas. Then we're going to do this Flemish antique peony poppy. I think I did this one last year. I don't know if I got any blooms. We're going to also do some Flanders poppies. Guys, my favorite poppy of all time. I grew this probably 3 years ago. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Then we're going to do some Tip Top Alaska salmon. Oh, nasturtium. This is a nasturtium. Gorgeous. I also grew this last year in my raised beds, and I tried to grow it in the spring and in the fall. Fall didn't do so well, but the spring, guys, this variety is the way to go. And then last but not least, we went through the seeds, I think, in the last video. This is the Cat's Lavender Blue stock. So I figured this would be the perfect time to start this through winter sowing. So that's our selection for now. I think we have enough because we do have a few containers. So let's start that potting mix. I need some water. Okay, I like to mix my potting mix before I start just because the soil has a lot of peat in it and it's making it very hydrophobic. So I just like to wet it before I start. And then that way, if it's raining or snowing, it can absorb all the moisture that's coming into the container. Just personal preference. I know people do it the other way around. I just like to moisten my soil in advance. And I think it's better too for me, because then at least when I'm starting the seeds, it's going into a moist environment. It's setting it up for success. Even though it's snowing outside and it's going to probably freeze, but you know, that's okay. Now you can still winter sow right up until I think about April, as long as your seeds don't need a period of cold stratification. But if your seeds do need a period of cold stratification, then you have to start them this month. Otherwise, you're going to miss the window so that it has enough time to, be in the cold and go dormant and then wake up in the spring. And with our temperatures kind of warming up pretty quickly, I'm wondering whether or not we're going to be getting an early spring. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm really hoping, because I'm kind of sick of winter already. I love snow. I love seeing it fall, but I'm kind of sick now of it. I want spring. I want to be outside. I want to start some seeds outside. I want to harvest. I want to do all the wonderful things outside. And I'm just kind of tired of the indoor environment right now. Okay, this is the last of my water. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty wet, and I have a lot in here because I have a lot of containers to go through. I might need some more soil. Now I'm using potting mix for my winter sowing. I don't like using seed starting mix. I just find the potting mix gives it more sustenance, because really you're just growing it in the potting mix until your seedlings are big enough to transplant into the garden. So I like using the potting mix because when these seeds wake up, they have everything they need in the potting mix until it's time to transplant. Okay, I think I'm done here. Okay, I got my trusty bucket. So we need some scissors. We need some tape. I have duct tape here. We also need some labels. So I have my favorite labels of all time. And if you want the same type of labels, I'll show you what they look like. They're waterproof. Last year, I had them in the garden right up until it snowed, and I was harvesting my carrots in the snow, and the labels were perfectly fine. So if you want waterproof labels, these are the way to go. And I do have them in my Amazon store if you're interested in grabbing some. If I can close the container, that would be great. Okay. We need a garden marker. I need to buy a new garden marker, but this is the garden marker that I use. I don't know if you can see that. It's Staedtler. What else do we need? We got some labels. We don't need vermiculite. We need the seeds. And all right, time to go upstairs. Okay, I have a basket of bottles here that I have been saving from my recycling bin. And primarily they're just juice bottles that have been cut in the middle and there are holes in the bottom. If you're interested in seeing my winter sowing video, I do have a full tutorial that I'll add to the description below. But right now we're just gonna power through getting these seeds started and getting them outside before it's too late. Okay, so I finished and I'm gonna put everything into this container to bring outside. And I did have one more seed that I needed to start, and I ended up starting alyssum. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 containers in total. That is a lot of seeds to start, but this is such an easy way to get your seed starting done. I'm outside and it feels good to be in the backyard. It always feels good to be back here. I really wish it was spring, but I'm not rushing it. I'm not rushing it. So things look like they're starting to melt, and I'll show you what the beds look like right now. Things are looking okay. It's winter. There's not really much going on, but I'll still show you around anyways. So this is my Vago garden bed, and again, it's frozen, so not much is going on here. And then I have a lot of my winter sowing here. I'm going to put it in its place in a second. And then we have probably one of my favorite winter structures ever. This is a red dogwood, and it's supposed to be a little red dogwood, but it's grown pretty big over the past few years. And this gives so much winter interest. I absolutely love it. And then here is a raised bed garden. Again, nothing going on, just all filled with snow. Let me see if I can do this with one hand. Whew. Whew. Tripping here. Okay. Whew. This is where the rest of my winter sowing is. So you can see we have the Parmesan cheese container, the Tropicana container, and then we also have a vinegar container. So I'm just going to put these in the same spot and just remove the lids in a second. There we go, we're all done. More winter sowing completed. Now we have to head back the way we came. Oh my goodness. Oh, I miss the garden. I cannot wait until spring. All right, let's get out of here. Whew. Today was a lot of fun, and thank you so much again for recommending that greenhouse. We did some winter sowing, we bought some seeds and some plants. I think my growing season is definitely underway. Thank you again for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.